way y'all will come on here and try to further guilt trip people is disgusting. Let's watch a video real quick.
We have people in Gaza messaging me like, hey, Chris, why do black people hate us so much? Like, what do you think? What are you doing?
I think it's interesting that it's being framed that black people hate Palestinians, black people, as if we are the only ones that are coming out to speak out about how y'all showed y'all privileged behinds during this election. When that person asked Chris why black people, as if it's only black people speaking out, because I've had conversations with people that are from the LGBTQ community that are not black. I've spoken with white people, disabled people, people that have pre-existing conditions that are not black, that did not like how y'all were behaving during this election and said that they're going to back off because of y'all. So I hope when Christopher spoke to whoever it was that he was speaking to in Gaza, he let them know that it's because they came on here and decided that they were going to play checkers, can't even say chess, decided that they were going to play games with the lives of people here and foreign, domestically and foreign. Did you let them know that you played a role in harassing people online because of your righteousness, because of your moral superiority? It's disgusting. And then to come on here and say black people? Is it only black people? Let's be for real. And this is why I don't. Y'all think us saying we're not going to work with you sitting comfortably on your phone means that we don't care about what's happening in Gaza. I still have a link on both of my profiles to Doctors Without Borders. I still donate. But I'm not going to work with y'all bitch asses. That's not going to happen. I'd rather work by myself than alongside a bunch of snakes. So let that be said. Whatever it is what it is. But I won't be working with y'all.
I'm going to be completely honest. I dislike what's going on in Gaza, but I'm going to be completely honest as well. Two things can be true at once, okay? Starbucks has been on some bullshit since Black Lives Matter, since George Floyd. Remember when they wouldn't let their workers literally wear BLM merch? They literally have been on BS since 2020. But Palestinians were going to Starbucks then, right? Right? You didn't see them stop going to Starbucks, right? When they saw them, they was messing up, right? Let me tell you something. I have noticed that people are very quiet when black people are going through stuff, but when they're going through stuff, they want black people to be loud as fuck. And I'm tired, right? Black people were so gung-ho to support Palestine. I was so gung-ho to support Palestine, bro. And I still will support Palestine because those people don't deserve it. They don't. But the one time we wanted people of color to support Kamala, and in your video specifically, and I'm not trying to be rude, you said support shouldn't be transactional. People who supported the Democratic Party for years became transactional when they saw a black woman running. You can't convince me. They saw a black woman running and they were like, no, I'm withdrawing my support for the Democratic Party right here. I don't give a fuck who I vote for, but it won't be for her. And that's what happened. So you cannot be upset with our people being frustrated that we always help everyone else because we know how it feels like when people don't help us. You cannot be frustrated with the fact that these people want to stop and kind of be selfish for one point in time. Because let's be honest, black people have not been selfish. I'm an African American and I'm saying black Americans need to start being selfish. You guys have been taken advantage of for too damn long. Be selfish, please. You guys are always helping other people with their protests and everything. But when it comes to time when y'all need it most, Kamala Harris would have helped everybody. It would have been a better option to help multiple people. And the one thing I keep on hearing from pro-Palestine supporters is she was complicit. She was complicit. Was Donald Trump going to be any less complicit? Jill Stein, who was endorsed by Donald Trump himself, I don't think she was going to be any less complicit. But that's just me. But as a black woman, you cannot be shocked that we are tired of being the poster children for the face of protests when nobody does it for us.
I voted for Kamala Harris. In fact, I voted for nearly a full Democratic ticket. Blue for the Senate, blue for state representatives, blue for district attorney, blue for university regent, and so on. And despite that, the amount of Islamophobia and anti-Arab sentiment that I have personally received regarding the results of the election is staggering. saying that my country should be burned, that they want to watch Gaza bulldozed into a beach, that I should be deported or banned from the country as a Muslim. As if I wanted this, as if I voted for this, simply on virtue of being an Arab woman. There are so many legitimate places you can place blame rather than making Muslims the scapegoat. Some of y'all have switched up so quick. Have fun trying to survive under a man who wants you extinct. I hope he destroys your country. I hope he turns Gaza into a parking lot. Go back to whatever shithole country you came from. He should ban you too. Get the terrorists out of this country. Wallahi, I didn't even vote for him. What is this about? Like, damn, when did you guys start hating Muslims so much? Don't answer that. I know the answer. You fucking always have.
One thing for sure is I've realized that these other groups of people really, they love when black people talk about issues and then they benefit from them. And when black people keep quiet about stuff, they feel threatened by what is to come. Why aren't black people reacting? Why are they not, talking about this? Like this, Muslim woman that was talking about how she voted for the Democratic Party, trying to say that she's a good person, which I don't want to judge, but why make an entire video trying to blame a specific group of people when they are not even the ones that are making laws that are going to be pushing you away from the country?
To set the record straight, just about all of these Trump picks want to see Gaza, the West Bank, Palestinians wiped off the face of the earth. And somehow these voters thought that Trump would be good for their community and constantly protested Kamala Harris, even though she was the only legitimate candidate who was actually calling for a ceasefire the entire time. Make it make sense, folks. For example, here's Trump's ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, saying that he doesn't even think the West Bank exists, doesn't even think Palestine is a thing. He thinks that Israel should in fact annex the West Bank. Watch this clip.
My feelings personally, and I'm speaking only as a person, I think Israel would only be acting on the property it already owns. I think Israel has title deed to Judea and Samaria. There are certain words I refuse to use. There is no such thing as a West Bank. It's Judea and Samaria. There's no such thing as a settlement. They're communities, they're neighborhoods, they're cities. There's no such thing as an occupation.
That they get out of their minds that people are living in lean-tos and tents, and sleeping in cars, circled around a tree. They're living in very well-designed and beautiful cities and communities. Can't wait to get back. I'm going to take an extra hat. I'm going to get it to President-elect Trump. Build Israel great again. Who knows? We may see him wear this out there in one of his rallies somewhere. I don't know. Can't promise that. I can only promise he will get a copy of the hat. Thank you very much.
And also, by the way, Trump's Secretary of Defense pick, Fox Morning host Peter Hegseth, I can't believe that it's even a sentence that just left my mouth, argued in his 2020 book that Christians should unite in a, quote, crusade against Muslims entering the United States to protect Judeo-Christian values. He literally wants to kill Muslims in America. Let's actually say what that means.
Like, seriously, it's not black people that are wanting to push these people outside or out of America. It is the other way around. Like, why make the situation about black people because she talked about the Kamala Harris situation of voting, meaning it's the people of Kamala that are on her neck and want her out of the country. Make it make sense. It is these other groups of people, especially the palmed people, that don't want to see you in their country. They despise seeing people of your religion. Why make it about black people? It just doesn't make sense. What?
Keep Palestinians' names out of your mouth when you're trying to defend your decision for voting for Kamala.
I'm starting to see a lot of these videos coming out, and I feel like someone really has to speak on it, so I'm going to. And I'm going to tell this with all my due respect. Palestine is not the only country that's dealing with genocide right now. I am from Congo, in case you cannot tell. I'm from Congo, okay? We are also dealing with genocide in Congo. In fact, the genocide in Congo has been going for way longer than the genocide in Palestine. The genocide in Congo has made 8 million of victims. 8 million. And you might wonder, why am I making this video? Well, I am making this video because I'm going to support Vice President Kamala. 100%, I'm going to. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to support Vice President Kamala. Listen to me. This is one of the Congolese genocide enabler. His name is Ndagire. This guy is an Israeli billionaire who owns mines in Congo. This guy was sanctioned in 2017 by President Barack Obama for corrupt and illegal mining. Listen very carefully. He was sanctioned by Obama. Obama is a Democrat. Okay? This dude got reinstated. Someone gave him his money back. Someone gave him his money back. Do you know who did that? Donald Trump. Donald Trump gave him his money back. It was one of the very last things he did as a president was to give this guy his money back. And do you know who sanctioned this guy again? President Biden. President Biden sanctioned him again. So currently, this person does not have his money. All the money, all the illegal money he made in Congo, he does not have it right now because of President Biden. So one thing I know for sure, Vice President Kamala, she's not going to let this guy get his money back. And another thing that I know for sure is that if Trump gets back in office, Trump is going to reinstate this guy. Trump is going to give him his money back. How do you think Israel is getting all that money? Because of this guy. He's one of the people who are giving money to Israel. So if you want to stop this guy from getting his money back and potentially giving that money to Israel, make sure that Trump does not make it. Now let's be real for a second, because I feel like a lot of people don't take this part in consideration. Listen, a lot of people have lost their jobs for supporting Palestine. A lot of content creators got their account banned for supporting Palestine. A lot of people got hurt physically for protesting for Palestine. A lot of people have ruined their relations with their families and friends simply because they were on the side of Palestine. So if you're going to tell all these people who have sacrificed so much for your cause that they are wrong for choosing a candidate who's going to preserve their rights in their own country, then I'm sorry to tell you this, but you are being both ungrateful and disingenuous.
It's so funny that these people always keep quiet on like black issues. Like, guys, there's genocides that are going on within the African continent, and these people are so quiet. They don't say anything, but when it concerns them and then they are in pain, they want to come out and talk about how we should be on their side, how we should talk about their issues. And then they want to say that they support, black people, like we should reciprocate that. And I feel like it's more gaslight from these other groups of people towards African black people or black people in general. We are in a time where I love everything that came from the elections, that black people are really, really starting to keep quiet. Like, when you're used to someone shouting and then they reach a time when they're like, no noise, no nothing, you get scared. And that is the fear within these people. Every other group of people that are not black people, they are scared of black people's reaction. Like, they didn't expect us to be in the way that we are today. And the fact that black people are minding their business means a lot. Like, it really, really triggers them a lot. Like, they cannot believe it. It's unbelievable to them. And it's wild. So I really appreciate everything that black people are doing right now, and focusing on us and developing ourselves and really concentrating on growing ourselves by investing in our businesses, investing in ourselves, improving ourselves, getting to know who we are as a people. It's empowering and I love seeing it. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this lady. Like, do you think we as black people are the problem? Are we the ones that have not really shown empathy to other groups of people? Like, are we the ones that are, doing the evil acts and not supporting these other groups of people? And also, is the same energy given back to us when we do the same thing towards them? Make it make sense. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. It's the way the world is moving, wild. I'll see you guys in another video.